Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to do a busy girl's guide to long wearing makeup. So I'm not going to skip any of the steps that make it long wearing, and it does add steps to it, but we're also, we're not doing anything extra. Anything that I deem extra, I guess, because it's my channel. Okay, so first we're going to start with unconventional foundation. So yeah, a liquid foundation I would have to pump out onto my hand, grab a brush, swirl it around, dot it on. Like, it just takes a little bit longer to do a regular foundation. So we're gonna skip that, and I've got a powder foundation here. It's the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. My color is 185. You can see that I really like it. You do have some options here, like you could also use the Fenty foundation sticks, because you just put them on your face and rub them out, and they're really easy to use. Or you could use the new my new love, the Dior Forever Skin Perfect. My shade is 1N, and they're just faster to use than a liquid foundation, but even faster than those is a powder foundation. So that's the game we're playing today. And it really is just as easy as sliding it all over your skin. And I started this whole thing with a sunscreen that had a tint in it already, so kind of get a step in with skincare. So this is really finely milled. I have found that it hard pans quite easily. Like, I have tape ready to go to fix that if that happens, but usually I just don't leave enough time between sunscreen and makeup. My face is still like damp and tacky, and I'm taking all the moisture from my face and putting it on this brush and then dipping it back into the powder and then affecting the powder. So my sunscreen has had lots of time to set today, and that's not happening. Okay, easy peasy. So skin is perfected, it's not perfect. We're just making it look a little bit nicer because we've got other layers to put on. So let's put my hair back. I still love a cream contour. I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to use the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. I just tried this out for a luxury makeup video. I really like it. Okay, it can be any cream contour or bronzer of your choosing. I'm gonna grab a new brush, but you're actually gonna save some time if you don't, so could use the same brush all around. I just like to have my foundation brush at the ready in case I need to fix something like blush. Make the edges a little softer. Okay, and I can't skip. It's my favorite contour plates. And then I'm just bringing it down my neck, which is generally lighter than the rest of my skin. Okay, so I've got a little bit of color back, haven't overdone it, contour done. And then for blush, I've got a couple of blushes, but this from Westman Atelier is actually crazy easy to use because I can just go directly onto my skin. So I could use something like pretty much the same color, almost anyway, Elf Tahiti, but then I'd have to open it, grab a brush, swirl it around, and that's just a couple more steps, and I love the ease of use of just like directly to my face. So if you are somebody who is rushing out the door, but you only need to look great for like 4 hours, 6 hours even, I don't think you need to put powder on top of this. I think it'll last. Like, my all-time goal is always 12 hours, and if I get 10 hours, I'm happy. Just get a little more on there. Okay. So you could be done with blush right there. And then the secret to the whole thing, in my opinion, is a palette. So these have just been released in Canada. They were released in the States a long time ago. Smashbox. I don't know why it took so long to get here. Okay, I've been waiting for them for so long. In fact, a trip to the States had me like running to Ulta to find them, and I got a couple, and then now that they're here, I've got another one as well. So I've been living with, oh, I just keep doing that. The Smashbox Halo. This is the Back to Cali palette. God, so good. So that's a bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter. I also got at the same time the Pink Saturation, also beautiful. And I just purchased, now that it's in Canada, I got it at Shoppers, Coral Saturation. And there's one more deeper one, which might not be for me, but they didn't have it, so I don't know. I'll look at it, and if I can pull it off, I'll use it. So these kind of change the way I do blush. So it comes with this little makeup to do, and I just do this now. This is why I wear like 4 blushes, because I do 2 colors. So you can see where they say there's your bronzer, there's the lighter, happier color of blush, the one closer to your bronzer color, and then highlight on top. So I've been doing my blush this way, the cream and the powder, ever since I got them, and I love it. Okay, but like that's a lot, and this is really enough. We could stop here with the blush and we'd be fine, but I do want to set it with powder because it lasts longer, and that's my ultimate goal every time. So I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna use the Back to Cali today. So that's the lightest one because like it really matches my shirt. So that's why I love them all. This one is Coral Saturation. It is so far the darkest one for me, and it works. That bronzer still somehow works for me. I just have to be really light with it. And just a nice big brush covers more area, kind of diffuses it as well at the same time. And I'm just gonna bring color to my face. Like you can see, it's really quite haphazard because we're doing fast makeup. Just quickly bringing some color to the face. So there we are, all tanned up. Then I'm gonna grab a blush brush. So it's not gonna be that one, this one, which isn't clean, okay? But I have wiped it on my microfiber towel and it's clean enough today. Okay, so then I'm gonna do exactly what they say, and I'm gonna go in with this darker color at the top here. And I love a highlighter that's much more subtle. So I'm gonna put this under my blush. So I'm gonna take highlighter now, and I like it on the cheeks. Like you're supposed to put a highlighter like here, okay? But that's like concentrated to where all of my smile lines are. No, so I like it on my cheek. I just like the glow on the whole cheek area. So there we go. And then I'm now gonna go in with same brush, that pretty brighter shade for the apples of my cheeks. This is not exactly what the picture shows, but it is how I do it. Bring it up here just a little bit, tie the whole face all together. And there we go, complexion complete. Let's do eyebrows really quickly. This is the Rare Beauty Brow Harmony in the shade Soft Blonde. And I'm just lining them, just filling in all the gaps. Giving them a better shape than they actually have. And you can see I'm being just so quick about it. Now, people are very particular about their brows. If you're one of those people, I get it. Take time. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I need to care more about them. But I'm like, filled good, yes. So yeah, they're kind of close. This one's like a lot, I got a lot more pigment right there. Just balance it out on this side. And we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna use the NARS Smudge Proof base, eyeshadow base, because I do still want my eyeshadow to last a long time. And I never skip this step, just no matter how. If I'm not gonna wear eyeshadow, what's the point? But I do always, so. And concealer. Today we're using Tower 28 shade DTLA. I find this to be long lasting. Quo concealer brush. I'm telling you, I'm really just trying to rush us through this, but it doesn't have to take a long time. Really just, it's going to take longer describing it all to you, but still should be fast. Okay, that's that. And we're going to set it all as well. Longevity. So I'm going to use the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder in the shade 3. This is the new formulation. I still like it. Nobody's going to take my picture today, so I'm not worried about flashback. Well, and if they do, lucky them. And this is a quick set of the T-zone. And I love the blurring powder of it, power. And I also just want that concealer to stay. And I'm just grabbing the foundation brush and going back in with the Fenty, and I'm just setting those eyes. This is the powder I have out, so that's the powder I'm using. It's just nice and thick. Okay, for eyes, we're gonna use this same palette. It has everything in it that we need. So we're gonna start with the bronzer. Yeah, like you can see just how forgiving these are with how like sweetly, how lightly these colors go on. And this is the fairest one. So for me, that means it's more mistake proof because I'd rather build it up than have to figure out how to get rid of extra pigment. Okay, and then to build it up, just building it up on the outside with this Quo brush as well. Clean that off. And I'm just going in with this darker blush color on the outside edges. Just pulling it all, just making my eyes look a little bit bigger. Pulling it all out. I'm gonna cover the whole thing up with sparkle so I can be a little bit messy here, which I'm always counting on. I'll just grab this little eyeliner Jessup brush. I'm going back in with the bronzer under the eye. Just mixing these two together for my outside corner. And then for just in the inner corner, I'm just like, not the inner corner, but the inside of my eyelid. Why was that a hard word to find? pulling in the pink. Okay, so we could leave it as mattes, right? It's really pretty. It works with the whole rest of my face because these are the colors I used on the rest of my face. So if that's your style, you can stop right there. I like a little bit of glam, so I'm going in with the highlighter, just taking that over top, just on the movable lid. And then a little above. You know, so that all imperfections go away. And then, well, that's just not enough, is it? I got my finger in the wrong spot. Okay, setting spray. I'm currently using the Lise Watier Magnifix 4-in-1. Okay, a Longwear setting spray is important for Longwear makeup. This one is actually good. This is my second bottle of it. Like I bought two right off the hop. I really like it. I really love the CALIRAY Surf Proof. That's my all-time favorite. So if you're gonna go out and buy one, buy the CALIRAY instead. You might have one you love. Urban Decay has an all-nighter, and I find that to be great as well. Okay, so moving right along, I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeliner. You can also skip this step and save yourself some time. This is, again, for longevity. This is going to last longer than the eyeshadow does. This eyeshadow is not like Natasha Denona. Natasha Denona at the end of the day looks just like I applied it. It still looks fresh, it still looks perfect. This still will be on my face, it still will look good, but it won't be as fresh as it is right now. But I also don't have to pull out another palette. And navigate an eye look from an entire palette. I've already got the colors chosen. It's all easy. And I'm just gonna do this one more time. A little overboard, but it works. Okay, CALIRAY Come Hell or High Water. It's a tubing mascara that's gonna stay on all day. It's volumizing. It's not gonna clump, oh, it does. It actually is kind of clumpy putting it on because it's so volumizing and the brush is quite dense. So this is where you could save time by using a different mascara. But this one is the one I choose. And it's up to you. Are you gonna do the bottom lashes? You could skip it. Completely unnecessary. I like it. Warning, everything could go wrong right there. Like it could get clumpy. It's just like the easiest area to wreck. They can get clumpy. You can get mascara under your eyes and then you have to stop and fix things and then redo. So mad rush, skip the lower lashes, just leave them be. But you know how important it is to you, so you do you. And then for lipstick, of course, I'm choosing the Maybelline Vinyl Superstay in the color Peachy because the color matches my shirt today. And then I'm gonna match that with the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 in Warm Brown. So I'm suggesting you use a retractable. you know yourself, for me, I never have a sharpened pencil ready to go. Like, this is my eyeliner. I'm the worst at sharpening. Like, it's gonna look like that tomorrow. I'm not gonna think to do it later today. It's just the way it is. This is retractable, but it looks so real. It looked like a pencil that I actually tried to sharpen it, and I didn't know. Okay, so don't do what I do. But any retractable lip liner that suits you, that's long wearing. So this hood is pretty long wearing. The Charlotte Tilbury is very long wearing. I really love the Rare Beauty lip liners. Like, I really like those ones. I've gone through a couple of them. Just happen to be out right now, so this is a good one too. And something nice to note here, this is quite a warm color, so it does contour my lips quite well, which in the end makes them look bigger. This guy needs a shake. This is gonna last at least until lunchtime. And there you have it. We've been filming for just over 20 minutes. Makeup is done. I talk through that a lot, so I feel confident that you could do this all in at least 15. It's all the steps and it's going to last all day long. This is our 7-hour check-in for our Fast Easy makeup, and it's still looking great. The Fenty foundation is holding on. I still have some natural oils coming through, which is pretty exciting for me. It means that a powder foundation didn't dry out this very dry skin. It still looks natural. It looks great. I don't see any spots that it's come off, actually. The blush is still there. The eyeshadow is still hanging in there. Yeah, at 7 hours, I'm still happy with all this makeup. There's even lip liner still hanging in there, that Huda. Easy, long wear. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be a lot. It's just thrilling. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching this whole video all the way through. And I'll see you in the next one.